It's game time, MP. You ready to put that work in?
Look out there, MP. The other team's already worried about stopping you, MP.
The National Basketball Association and the Boston Celtics are committed to a safe and enjoyable sports experience. We therefore ask you to refrain from any disruptive behaviors such as fighting, throwing objects, using improper language or gestures, entering the court and interrupting play. Spectators engaging in such behavior are subject to rejection and possible arrest. Please report any violations to these.
And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final. Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to Two. And if you claim to be a basketball purist, and Greg, I know you do, one thing you gotta love watching is great ball movement.
Which is something both of these teams take pride in. It's always fun to watch guys be unselfish with the ball and look to make each other better.
And a look at the starters for the Pistons. The backcourt pair will be Cunningham and Ivy. Maggette is out there with Isaiah Stewart. And it's Thompson in at the small forward position. And the dunk by MP.
Extra effort goes the way of MP for the score.
And so it's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for Detroit. 4-point game. Takes a three. Rebounded by Tatum. Last game for the Celtics, it was a loss to the Pistons in Detroit. And Porzingis, here we go. Yep, it counts.
How about 3 of 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
Now the Pistons with it. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
And the difference in that one, the efficiency from range. They really focused on getting good looks.
And they were just draining it from outside. A great team shooting performance.
Coach, it didn't take long. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review previous plays and rules. The officials personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
For just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
And White kicks to Brown. Sinks the three-pointer.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks. And
timeout call by J.B. Bickerstaff. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. And he has been on another level this past month, getting Eastern Conference Player of the Month, MP.
And what can you say about how huge he has been for this offense? Everything he's done, from the scoring, the shooting, the playmaking, you take him out of the lineup, and there's no telling just how different this team looks.
Now, here's Cunningham. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game. Shot to stop the run. Hits the three-point bomb.
Well, as a defense, you have to expect Cunningham to take those. He's not shy at the arc.
Tatum finds Brown. Celtics passing it around. MP passes to White. Outside Tatum. Tatum gets the screen from Yang. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Detroit's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Here's Ivy. And Boston with the rebound. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
Well, when you're facing a team that's feeding off the crowd's energy, you have to bring your A game. And they didn't do that defensively.
Yeah, when you have a defensive showing this poor, it's normally due to an overall lack of effort.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, briefly spoke with Joe Mazzulla. He talked about how dialed in he is on Cade Cunningham in this matchup. Coach told me the key is not to let him get into a rhythm early on. That might mean we have to throw different defenders at him. Maybe send them double teams, too. Everything is on the table tonight. Let's see what they come up with for Cade. Guys?
Thanks, David.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Count the basket. MP's got 10 points in the game.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Ivy passes to Thompson. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Just a tremendous athlete. Asar Thompson is hard to contain down low.
MP looking around. Pass to Tatum. Back to MP. Here's White. Covered by Cunningham. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Now that's how you finish off an alley-oop. Outstanding initiative by Porzingis there.
Pistons trail by 12. Cunningham outside. Maggette kicks to Thompson. Now here's Ivy. Pocket 6. Maggette with a screen on White. Ivy score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Well, I like the mid-range shot from Ivy. That's a key for him in his development.
Tatum finds White. And here is MP. Pass to White. Back to MP. There's Brown with the 3. Rebound by the Pistons.
Tough to hit that shot when the D is all over you like that.
Ivy against White. Thompson outside. He takes it in. Out to Maggette. The 3. Offensive rebound. Cunningham outside. Ivy on the wing. He's covered by Brown. Out to Thompson. Launches a 3. A three-pointer is right on target. Thompson's got it back down to single digits for the Pistons. Pass to MP. Finding the lane. Count that one. MP's got 12 points in the game.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Cunningham passes to Stewart. White against Ivy. Pass to Stewart. That 3 off the mark. Celtics leading by 9. To the paint. Here's Yang. And MP throws it down.
Yeah, it's so rewarding as a coach to see a young guy like MP succeeding like this on the offensive end.
Now, here's Cunningham. Look at those numbers of his. You just can't say enough about the work he's doing at the offensive end. He's averaging about 30.5 points a game. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Celtics?
Well, I have to applaud their ball movement. They're moving the ball around, finding the best looks they can, and keeping everyone involved.
And on top of that, they've been asserting themselves offensively, getting a good chunk of their points from inside.
And Thompson gets it to go. Here's MP. 14 points for him. Outside, Porzingis. Here's MP. And MP throws it down.
You love to see MP just attack that rim. young players, take note.
Cunningham outside. Puts one up from 19. That misses off the backboard.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
And MP throws it down.
What heart by MP, going through contact there and converting.
Davis is checked in for Jason Tatum. And a switcher also for Detroit. Sasser's checked in. And the conversation for Porzingis, coach, tends to always come back to health. And what a challenge that has been for him.
Yeah, Kevin, over his career, on average, he's missed about 30 games per season. But that's not an uncommon problem, as you know, for players who stand well over 7 feet tall.
And it's the Celtics with the ball, following the three by Detroit. Down low. And the dunk by MP.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
Now here's Thompson. He's got 7. Stewart, a screen for Ivy. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet. Ivy's got 7.
Nice work from the mid-range. Ivy knows how to keep balance offensively.
White against Ivy. White, good.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
In the corner, Ivy with it. Thompson outside. Pass to Sasser. Porzingis with the block.
Yeah, it's not easy to keep a shot out of Porzingis' reach. He has such long arms.
Here's Sasser. Offensive rebound. Celtics leading by 10. Lob pass to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Yeah, it's not difficult to figure out why they built this lead. They have been dominant in the paint.
Ivy against White. Now Ivy. He had 16 points in the win against Boston.
And we got to talk about his 4 steals on the night. That's a complete performance at both ends of the floor.
Well, he can play the 4 because he gets off the ground so well.
Boston's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Porzingis finds MP. And here's White. Ivy defending. There's the 3. And White, the bucket on the assist by MP. White's got his second bucket of the night.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Pass to Sasser. Lets it go from deep. Not going to fall. Starting off slow. He misses his first 3 from the floor. To the middle. Here's Yang. Stolen by Maggette. And now the fast break. Ivy with the ball. Now Stewart.
2 minutes.
We've got 1:55 left in the first quarter of the game. 6 to shoot. Thompson, a screen on White. Here's Ivy. And he's good on the 3-ball. Ivy's got 10 points.
Well, there's no question he's carrying the load in this quarter, but he's going to need some help.
White dishes to MP. The Celtics working the ball around now. White setting the pick for Brown. There's the triple. And Maggette pulls it down.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Nice shot by Thompson.
Well, he's making it look easy. Thompson with great body control off the contact.
Thompson against Brown. Boston, no good that time either. Pistons trail by 8. Here's Sasser. And a missed layup.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Brown finds Porzingis. Fires from deep. And it's MP with the 3. MP's got 24 points.
And when you got someone putting on a show like this, I mean, in the first quarter, you have got to be kidding.
Back to Sasser. 23 seconds left to play in the first. White, wide open. He fires. Good, and the assist goes to MP. White's got his 3rd basket of the night. The Pistons shooting around 46% at this point. Now, here's Ivy. He's got 10. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's MP making things happen for the Boston Celtics. He has really delivered at the offensive end. He's torched them for 24 points so far. Right back after this break. In for Boston. MP comes in for A.J. Griffin. Stewart checked in for Detroit. Jaden Ivey comes in for Marcus Sasser. On the court for the Pistons, the backcourt pair will be Cunningham and Ivey. Isaiah Stewart out there with Holland. And it's LaRavia in at the 3, the small forward. MP on the follow. And the Celtics lead by 12.
A high motor play from MP to get there for the putback.
Cunningham passes to Holland. Cunningham, a screen on Porzingis. Here's Holland, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. MP in the last game against the Pistons was outstanding. He scored an incredible number of points, and he did what he does best. He shared the ball and looked to get his guys going throughout the game. He ended up with a stat line he's no doubt proud of, and I'm sure he wants to replicate it again. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Greg, it was obvious. He was having a lot of fun out there. Tremendous victory.
I'll tell you, he may have been enjoying himself, but whoever was matched up against him certainly wasn't.
Yeah, well, winning is usually fun, especially when you have it going like he did.
To the inside, Stewart with the steal. Here's LaRavia. He's provided them with some scoring punch and is averaging 13 points a game.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
Here's Pritchard. 7-point differential. And the foul called on Cade Cunningham. That is his first foul of the game. MP finds Porzingis. MP sets the screen for Tatum for the 3.
And you might want to think about working it inside more. The threes were falling earlier, but that's changed here in the second.
Pass to Ivy. And slam dunk by Ivy.
Nice little run here to shrink that deficit, but can they get over the hump?
Well, with all the momentum they've built up, I don't see this run stopping anytime soon.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Ivy with it. Goes up with the stripe. It's rebounded by Porzingis.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Pistons trail by 7. Holland the pass to Cunningham. To the left wing. Here's LaRavia. Guarded by Porzingis. Pass to LaRavia. The kick out to Cunningham. Just 5 on the clock. And Holland gets it to go.
Yeah, Cunningham can very effectively run an offense. He knows when and where to move the ball.
Davis, the pass to Tatum. Rebound by the Pistons. And here are the Pistons now. They're on a 16-6 run. Yep, that one goes. And now just a 2-point Celtic lead.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Brown, he's checked in for Davis, and it's White in for Pritchard. Maggette checked in for the Pistons. Asar Thompson comes in for Holland. Stan, of all the different styles of offense in this NBA, what style is the toughest to defend, toughest to stop?
Kevin, I don't think there's really any difference in terms of styles or systems in terms of what's tough to stop. It's players. And it's how well a system maximizes their best players. That's what makes teams tough to stop.
Tatum passes to Yang. MP gets the job done inside.
And this game has MP's fingerprints all over it. He is really cooking.
Here's Cunningham. Porzingis with the block. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pistons will retain possession. The Celtics making a switch here. Davis is checked in. And a switch here also for Detroit. Marcus Hasler's checked in for Cunningham. Maggette the pass to Stewart. Back to Maggette. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Porzingis finds MP. Stewart with the steal. Ivy against White. Here's Maggette. Porzingis with the block.
And just fast off the floor to challenge shots. Porzingis, this helps him get a lot of blocks like that one.
Davis with a screen on Ivy. Back to MP. Using his athleticism, MP with the point.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Back to Sasser. High, arcing shot. The shot by Ivy, no good. Celtics leading by 3. White dishes to MP. It's hauled in by Stewart. Stewart's got 6 rebounds now in the game. On the wing, Thompson. He's covered by Brown. Here's Sasser. Back to Thompson. The Pistons working the ball around now. Sasser gets the bucket.
Assisted.
Boston's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Maggette against Porzingis. Back to MP. Davis up top. Pass to Porzingis. Offline with his 3. Detroit's gone an even 50% from three-point range in the second quarter. 4 for 8. Now here's Thompson. Stewart with the screen on Brown. Unloads from 13. And Boston with the rebound. MP's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Porzingis kicks to Brown. Pass to MP. Inside. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. 36 points for MP.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Now Maggette. Ivy on the wing. Light covering. Back to Maggette. Pass to Sasser. And Davis sends it back. And they'll keep possession. Stewart misses. Celtics leading by 3. Left side, Brown. White finds MP. Over in the corner, Brown. Brown gets a screen from Yang. Sasser with the rebound.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
Pass to Ivy. Thompson, a screen on White. Ivy against White. Ivy passes to Stewart. Launches it from deep. Rebound, Boston. They've led by as many as 14 points.
Well, so far, he hasn't had the same luck from deep in this quarter.
Ivy passes to Thompson. Back to Ivy. Detroit needs to get off a shot. Here's Stewart. And again, it's the Pistons missing. And so, MP will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. 3-point lead. Next up in the docket, the Bucks following this one. And that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand.
Oh, crafty move there from MP to get to the foul line. The young man, fearless inside.
He's made all 3 of his free throws so far.
And, you know, guys, he had a big game at the free throw line in their last outing.
Celtics making a switch here. Walsh is checked in. And a switch here also for Detroit. Hollins checked in. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. MP against Ivy. And slam dunk by Ivy.
Well, what a night for Ivy. He's playing his game and being aggressive.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. With 4 seconds on the clock. And slam dunk by Ivy.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
And so it's MP making things happen for the Celtics. Scoring, rebounding. He was all over the place during that quarter. They are riding his performance right now. And we've got more on 2K Sports coming your way after this break.
One thing that's helped tonight, their three-point shooting. Those triples add up fast, don't they, Kenny?
That's why I shoot them. And moving along, and that about wraps.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
White in at shooting guard, with Brown playing small forward. The post pair, Tatum and Porzingis. And it's MP in at the 1. And that's the group for Joe Mazzulla as we begin the second half. Thompson passes to Cunningham. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. The Celtics with the lead. Porzingis feeling it out a bit. Here's Tatum. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And Stan, as he enters his prime, Jason Tatum is shooting to become the face of the NBA.
Yeah, and Kevin, he knows winning is the key. For a star player on a great team, learning that balance, when to take over and when to set up your teammates, is a big part of it.
And he gets the bucket.
And you can see Ivy getting better at reading the defense, which allows him to just catch fire.
It's hauled in by Stewart. Stewart's got 9 rebounds now tonight.
That halftime break didn't seem to do them any favors. Starting off the second half with 3 straight misses.
There has been, Coach, a lot of talk about how players today are better than ever before. Do you agree with that?
Well, absolutely. Isn't that the way evolution works?
Right.
Kevin, they're bigger, stronger, faster, but everyone builds on the players who came before them, and the guys today would not be where they are without the guys before who laid the foundation.
And here's Maggette following Jaylen Brown's 3. Stewart passes it to Ivy. And they'll get another chance. And he converts the layup. Cunningham's got 11 points.
Yeah, he was going up to get that rebound. Cunningham creating a second chance opportunity.
Stolen by Maggette. Thompson with it. Now defended by MP. Puts one up from 19. Again, the Pistons score. Celtics trail by 3. Pass to Tatum. MP with it. Covered by Cunningham.
Punching it in on the drive. MP doesn't mess around when he's got a lane to the rim.
Ivy against White. Thompson a screen on White. Now here's Ivy. He's covered closely. And here's Stewart to the wing right side. Just 4 to shoot. The shot by Ivy, no good.
Well, he hit a couple of threes in the first half, but none since then.
Count it. He's got 8.
Well, you got to know the scouting report on Brown. He's solid cashing in from the mid-range.
Cunningham kicks to Maggette. Back to Cunningham. And it's Isaiah Stewart with the foul. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
For Boston, they've gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter. 50% from the field. Brown, the pass to MP.
Well, what I love about MP is he's always working on his game. Every day, year-round.
Nice work at the line so far, going 5 for 5. And both free throws good for MP.
Well, he's been very good at the line, and we all know free throws can make or break you in the end.
Thompson sets the pick for Cunningham. Porzingis with the block.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
White, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Asar Thompson.
Well, talk about a guy who gives you exceptional effort. Derek White is always watching the floor for gaps he can fill, places he can make a difference in the game.
Now, here's Ivy. 20 points for him. Stewart with the screen on White. Ivy, no one around him. And again, unable to change momentum here.
So a tough quarter for him offensively. He hasn't been able to give his team a lift when they need it. How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with the basket coming off a pretty pass.
And timeout call by J.B. Bickerstaff. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. Still a ways to go between now and the three-point contest, but it's always fun to talk about it. Let's see who has the best shot to earn a spot in this year's event.
And maybe this list changes between now and All-Star Weekend, but I don't think anybody would be disappointed if it stays exactly the same as it is right now.
You look at Cunningham. He's all the way up there at number 2 in the voting for the three-point contest. Fans and the media know that he is one of the premier long-distance shooters in the league today.
And, Kevin, not to take anything away from the other facets of his game, but let's face it, that three-point shooting is what puts him on a whole nother level.
And we'll keep you posted as we find out more and as we get closer to the three-point contest once we have our final list of official contestants.
Yeah, it's going to be very competitive. That's the one thing we all know. We've got an incredible group of long-distance shooters in this league right now.
Now here's Thompson after the miss from Derek White. Pass to Cunningham. Porzingis with the block. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Porzingis. Davis is checked in for the Celtics. Holland, he's checked in for Detroit. Here's Holland. He's got 5. Stewart with the screen on Tatum. Here's Holland. And again, it's the Pistons missing.
Well, he's got the green light in that situation. They want him taking that shot, even if he didn't get it to go.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Off target from outside. That's the Celtics ball. Big stretch here going 10-2. Tatum's shot is off.
And the team has gotten it done here in spite of his performance. Still 0 from the field.
Collins kicks to Ivy. Stewart with the screen on Brown. Here's Ivy. Nails it with a hand in his face. Ivy's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And there's great lift on Ivy's jumper.
Nice ball movement by Boston. The three from Tatum. Hands it from downtown. And the Celtics lead by 6.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
Back to Cunningham. Porzingis against Spaghetti. Pass to Cunningham. Over Yang. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Porzingis has got his 5th rebound in this one. Davis finds MP. And we're seeing some big paydays for NBA head coaches these days, Stan. Do you miss it?
Do I miss the paychecks? Yeah, payday was always really good in the NBA. No question about that.
What about now, though? What about now?
Well, it's gone through the roof. But look, the trade-off is the paydays are big, but there's not a great deal of job security, Kevin.
Here's Sasser. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. And it's good for 2. And that's now 24 points for Jaden Ivey.
Yeah, that's just great stuff from Ivey. Knew where he needed to go and executed.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
Just no chance there for the defense. Major size disadvantage. He's got no business trying to stop that slam. Just get out of the way.
So it's the Pistons now, following the bucket by the Celtics. Back to Ivy. And slam dunk by Ivy.
Putting his vertical to work. Jaden Ivey makes the long trip upstairs.
Stewart with the steal. Ivy against Brown. And here's Ivy. 26 points for him. Pass to Stewart. Shot clock at 6. Here's Holland. Got a piece of it. Here's Sasser. Collins kicks to Ivy. Sasser with it. Good on the triple. Sasser's got 5 points so far.
Good find by Ivy, keeping his options open.
Brown the pass to Tatum. MP outside. Back to Tatum. Tatum gets the screen from Yang. It's good. Tatum's got 6 here in this quarter.
Well, after that tough first half, you hoped he'd find his way to bounce back and get things going here in the second.
To the paint. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It goes on Jason Tatum.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Austin making some changes. Walsh is checked in. And it's Pritchard in for Jason Tatum. And a switcher also for Detroit. Arabia's checked in. Davis finds Brown. Here's Walsh. MP outside. Pass to Brown. Shoots over Holland. Brown, no good. Pistons trail by 3. Now Sasser for the tie. And it's LaRavia missing.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Here's Yang. The kick out to Brown. On the wing, MP. And he banks in the layup. 46 points for MP.
This is the thing about MP. He has the poise to take high percentage shots.
Sasser with it. He has 5. Pass to Ivy. Back to Sasser. Looking for Ivy, and he gets it there. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. Celtics leading by 5. As the son of 2 professional athletes, Stan, Jaden Ivey was raised around sports. He knows the culture.
Yeah, that's an understatement, Kevin. His grandfather and father both played professional football. His mom played in the WNBA. She's now a college coach, but she also spent some time as an assistant with the Grizzlies. This guy has had sports from the time he was born.
Here's MP following the three by Detroit. MP sets the screen for Brown. Here's the three. MP passes to Pritchard. Goes back up. Back to MP. That one doesn't go. And, well, Detroit shooting 43% from the floor. Ivy with the bucket.
Yeah, Ivy is looking to hurt you from outside. If he finds his shot, he's taking it.
Down low. Here's MP. The rebound by Ivy. And it's Detroit's ball. They're on a 15-6 run. Sasser finds Ivy. Maggette with a screen for Ivy. Pass to Sasser. Now Ivy covered by MP. Ivy, again, the Pistons score.
Well, he's been in total control offensively, and the defense has had no answers.
To the middle, here's MP, and the dunk by MP.
Oh, what a move by MP, just relentlessly attacking the rim.
There's 47 seconds left to play in the third. Now Sasser, he's got 8. From the arc, and it's MP with the rebound. MP's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Here's Pritchard. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. Here's LaRavia. He's got 6. Now, here's Ivy. Unloads from 13. He can't hit that time. And so is Jaden Ivey, making things happen for Detroit. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning for more. Back. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah.
Checked in for A.J. Griffin. And the Pistons making a change here as well. Ivy's checked in. Detroit's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. And Detroit, looking at who they've got. The backcourt pair will be Cunningham and Ivy. Then there's Holland. And it's Rupert in at the 3. That one good for 2.
Yeah, and let me tell you guys, I've seen a lot of great players come up in this league. MP is as focused on winning as they come.
Collins kicks to Ivy. Here's Holland, guarded by Tatum. And it's a great finish!
Oh, my.
Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down. Nice job capturing the moments on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Back to MP. And good! There's another.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. Cunningham outside. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Cunningham's got the lead up to 3 now for the Pistons.
Well, that's now his 3rd triple of the game. First here in this second half. Well, and after making just 1 triple going into the break, he's still looking for his first make from distance here in the second half.
Ivy on the wing. For 3. And Boston with the rebound. Davis has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Here's Tatum. A putback. Holland with the rebound. Pistons leading by 3. Pass to Ivy. Here's Rupert, discarded by Davis. The Pistons working the ball around now. Holland, no good.
Well, you're going to struggle when you're forcing up shots like that.
Here's Tatum. Bang. Oh, the putback.
Great positioning and timing on that one. MP, great rebound there for the second chance look.
Pass to Ivy. Tries it from 9. Good, and the assist goes to Cunningham. Cunningham's got 5 assists in the game. Back to MP. Great pass to set up the lay-in. MP's got 56 points in the game.
Well, he's been very efficient in this quarter. Keep getting him the ball.
Cunningham outside. Gets the three-pointer to fall. And the Pistons lead by 4.
Well, after dropping in 2 triples in the first half, he's now matched that mark here in the second half, and I wouldn't be surprised to see more of those.
Pass to Pritchard. To the inside. Here's Yang, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
He's really been dialed in here down the stretch. 5 of 7 from the field.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Pistons.
Well, they've been absolutely on fire from deep. And until the defense offers more resistance, the coaches are going to keep encouraging them to let it fly.
And they're also finding a good deal of their points off turnovers tonight. Seems like every time they come up with an extra possession, they find a way to convert.
A finish. Rebound, Boston. Stolen by Maggette. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
Well, it's always a big plus when you have a point guard that can attack the rim like that. Puts so much pressure on the defense.
Tough stuff from Cunningham inside, enduring the foul and able to get that one off.
And the second free throw, good.
And right now at about 85% from the line, that's up from where it was in that first half.
And the dunk by MP.
Dunks aren't always for the big fellas.
A serious power move from the point.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
And this is the beauty of Cunningham. He can score from anywhere on the floor. That length, obviously, a huge advantage.
Stolen by Thompson. Lets it go with a 3. No good from Maggette. Celtics trail by 5. Round the pass to Porzingis. It's deflected and stolen by Ivy. Pass break Detroit. Here's Cunningham. No good. Some solid defense from Brown.
Well, he hasn't had a great night shooting the ball, but they're in the lead, and that's the only thing that matters. Well, if they can come back and take the lead, this will be because he's carrying it. This quarter's been all about him and his offense.
And here's Cunningham. Thompson outside. Cunningham, a screen on Brown. And Thompson kicks to Ivy. 5 on the clock. This one for 3. Some solid defense from Brown.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Pass to MP. MP sets the screen for MP. White dishes to MP. And the foul called on MP. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Cunningham looking it over. Going inside. And then Cunningham with the dunk.
Well, in these big moments, Cunningham really wants the ball.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. Outside Tatum. The tray. Good, and the assist goes to MP. MP's got assist number 7 for him tonight. Stewart passes to Thompson. Porzingis against Stewart. Pass to Ivy. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Ivy's got 38 points.
Look, they needed a score. Ivy provided the bucket, rising to the occasion.
MP kicks to Tatum. Tatum gets the screen from Yang. Takes the three. The putback. It's hauled in by Stewart. Stewart's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Bounce pass from Ivy. Maggette. They grab their own miss. He gets that one. And now a 7-point Piston lead.
Yeah, getting himself in the right spot there. Ivy able to capitalize.
And got it! Another basket. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Pass to Stewart. Thompson against Brown. Here's Ivy. And it's sent back by White. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. And MP throws it down.
Complete confidence in the clutch. MP seizing the moment.
And it's Cunningham with the ball for Detroit. It's a three-point game. Over MP. And a great move by Cunningham. Cunningham's got 13 points now in the quarter.
Cunningham's teammates and coaches trusting him in a big spot.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. So the first one drops, and that shrinks the margin to just 4. And both free throws good for MP.
Well, that's what you expect from him in this situation.
Pistons shooting 57% in this fourth quarter. Here's Cunningham. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, this guy's so clever and crafty. Cunningham with a world-class fake.
And so both free throws are good, and it's a 5-point game.
A very successful visit to the line for him. Now this is a 2-possession game.
Well, he might be young, but it's easy to see why they go to MP when they need a big-time bucket.
We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possession.
Right the pass to Yang.
That is world class.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. MP against Cunningham. It counts.
Yes, sir. Kay Cunningham embracing the role of a leader.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. And what's their best move at this point?
And it's do or die time. They need a bucket here to stay alive.
Yeah, the clock is their enemy, and they know it. We'll see if they go for the tie or try and get a quick one.
He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game. It's been a nice stretch for them offensively.
I mean, the communication's great. The movement's been really good. This is solid team basketball.
Well, we talk about ice in his veins a lot, but this guy personifies that. What a clutch shot.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though, and he ends up making the second, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And a big mental mistake as they get called for the timeout when they have none remaining. And they're going to pay for it with maybe the rarest of technical fouls.
And really a complete lack of awareness. Seemed to have no idea they were out of timeouts.
A good point, Greg. It is. He just lost focus completely. Didn't have his head in the game at all at that moment. He drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
Great composure there. Calmly knocks them down to put this game out of reach.
The three from Tatum. Rebound, Detroit. Cunningham with it. And so the Pistons take the win. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
Chin up. Tomorrow's a new day. Tough game tonight. Get them next time.